If you take me seriously, the question is, I'm a president-elect. There can only be one president at a time.
Tinubu is going to become Nigeria president come May 29. Nothing is going to stop him. Not everything that he has been through recently, not everything that has been going on recently. You will not tell me that Tinubu is not going to become president. Trust me, Tinubu is going to become Nigeria president, whether you like it or not. Mr. Obi and Atiku, they just waste their time for court because I don't even know why they carry the matter. They go court at first because Tinubu don't win, he don't win. Just accept it and move on.
To fight corruption. You don't expect your judges, and you have been contributing very well to this. You don't expect your judges to live in squalor, to dispense justice in squalor. This is part of the changes that the smells of straight.
How Baba when still power to become president wants to fight corruption? How is he going to do it? Like, it's not possible. And people that is believing him, like, are you people sleeping? I don't understand. You know why thief when can rob you, they help you fight for justice. Okay, I don't want to talk too much. I will just give you guys this video to watch. Join me to watch this video on Arise TV News. Let's watch it together.
Reactions trailed President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu's comments, which he made on Thursday during the inauguration of Justice Ndu Magistrate Court Complex in Port Harcourt. Tinubu stated that his administration will put incentives and policies in place to make corruption unattractive for judges and other Nigerian workers, adding that the temptation for corruption would reduce if the right incentives that guarantee a conducive working atmosphere are implemented.
This is the way to fight corruption. You don't expect your judges, and you have been contributing very well to this. You don't expect your judges to live in squalor, to dispense justice in squalor. This is part of the changes that the smells of straight. In our policy think tank, we must fight corruption, and we definitely must look at the other side of the coin. If you don't want your judges to be corrupt, you've got to pay attention to their welfare.
Well, all right. You know that this statement has generated a lot of reactions. I mean, basically because of, the controversial election. He has a petition at the election tribunal. A lot of Nigerians have reacted to his statement. I'll take one from Daniel, who wrote, Buhari promised to fight corruption before he assumed office. But look at how things turned out. Tinubu is promising the same, whereas he was declared president-elect after a biased election. And majority of the people he's working with have questionable characters. What a joke. Well, another Twitter user there goes, his name is John. He says, the best way to fight judicial corruption or corruption among judges is granting them complete autonomy, especially financial autonomy. Else, no matter what any governor does for judges or for the judiciary, it will not stop corruption in the judiciary. He who plays the piper dictates the tune.
The truth has to be said. How ironic is a state governor supposed to be building court complexes in the first place? So how ironic on a day you are launching a project that is supposed to be an anomaly, because this does not amplify the independence of the judiciary. You say you want to make it unattractive. I gave an analysis this morning. The best way to make it unattractive, apart from financial independence and autonomy of the judiciary, is the fact that you should whittle down the power of politicians. Because you see, once politician gets into power, what it does is it captures state for its own benefit to be able to have a money arsenal. Then what does it do? It permeates every sector of government and governance, from the judiciary to every sector to work in his favor, even up to law enforcement. So once he has his own retinue of retainers that feed off him, he becomes an ecosystem on his own accord. And how did he do it? he did it with the capacity of state capture, not even his own money. And that's why I see people get into politics in Nigeria and all of a sudden they become multi-billionaires. So reduce the attraction in government first, reduce the capacity of politicians to be able to do anything based on the level of accountability. Then the second part is improve upon the economy and the social structure of Nigeria in such a way that a take-home pay of a judge we know will actually take him home. Judges will be well remunerated. There are cases about courts where the generator is not working. Oji, I had a case in court for 3 years, and I think my experiences are still things I have to write about.
Wow.
So you will see that the dispensation of justice is problematic as it is today. And that's why you can see that corruption can easily permeate. But largely, most of the corruption is caused by the political class. Because once they capture every paraphernalia of states, what they do is they influence who become judges, who sits on the court and everything. So once they do that, you can't remove corruption. But how ironic, on a day that they are launching something that is not supposed to be, because a state governor has no business building all of this. As a state governor, when you build court rooms and everything, which judge wants to give a judgment against you? It's almost impossible. Yeah. So we know the problem, but you see, in that Kafkaesque attitude, we keep doing things. And we want things to change. No, it won't change.
Well, I'll take this story before I come to you, Ayo, because you just made a valid point. How does a state governor build a facility for a judge?
Judge in the first place.
Well, you know, in another development, the president-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has said that his banter with Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike during the inauguration of a flyover in Obiokpo local government area of Rivers State on Wednesday morning, in which he stated that he owes Wike nothing, was wrongly reported. Tinubu made the comment during a banquet dinner, adding that he cannot even approve a dime until he's inaugurated, and that there can only be one president at a time.
I had changed a banter with the Governor Wike. If you take me seriously, the question is, I'm a president-elect. I have no signature for expenditure until sworn in. How can I make commitments? I cannot sign a dime of Nigerian money or expenditure. Now, there can only be one president at a time.
All right, there you have it. The president-elect is saying that, his banter was misreported. Yesterday, the first thing I said, but he's been an advocate for true federalism where states are supposed to, take control of their resources, infrastructure, and all of that. I don't know what your thoughts are with all of these.
Okay, it would have saved us a lot of analysis yesterday if you had just simply added, I owe you nothing until May 29, 2023, so that we wouldn't have, because one of the words we had used as presidential, hopeful that, the scam that some of the governors, I'm not saying the governor, this is a scam, it has to be investigated to find that out, but that some of these scams in terms of repairing state roads, very extensive conversation. If you didn't watch yesterday's show, please definitely go back to it. So he now coming back to say that let me use we, because they're the only ones that I know, we misreported, didn't credit him properly. In fact, he said it was poverty of the mind and poverty of thinking for you to just insinuate or deduce from his statement that this was what he meant. I'm sorry that then we gave the benefit of the doubt, because what we had said yesterday based on his statement was that it wouldn't be business as usual. So obviously, inversely, what he's saying is that come after May 29, when he does become president, there would be a refund when he's able to sign expenditure. I hope I haven't now misrepresented again or misreported what he said. But then this goes back to the statement he made earlier about corruption and incentives for making corruption unattractive. These are part of the issues that we are talking about with regards to ending corruption. If state governments are allowed, despite the many instances where it has been proven as false, and a number of times under this administration it has been said that to be stopped, even though there have been exceptions that have been made, then we will continue to see corruption thrive in that way. And that's why beyond the judiciary, he said he was going to set up a think tank to address corruption. Beyond the judiciary is to look at the very root cause of corruption and what incentivizes corruption. Things like this, matters like this do incentivize, because guess what? What would stop another governor to do everything and anything to ensure that he delivers a state? Because at the end of the day, he knows that there would be some sort of reward. Let me put it that way, in terms of, look at that state banquet. I'd like Governor Nyesom Wike to release how much he spent on this 2-day visit. And then when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is inaugurated, I hope they will not do another receive or congratulatory 2-day visit with a holiday in River State to celebrate it. Just so many things around corruption, around waste of taxpayers' money that we need to discuss beyond even the speeches that are being made.
Absolutely.
So you guys watched the video already. I would just love to end this video here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know everything that your mind in the comment section down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And please, if you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.